I really do believe that the grip, out of all the fundamentals, is the most important one. I mean, that is really your link between the club and yourself. And if you don't get that right, you're going to struggle. And I play in pro-ams every week, and the number one thing I see that most amateurs don't do is grip it properly. You know, I think as a young kid, my grip was a little bit different to what it is now. I think, you know, I gripped it a little bit stronger. This right hand more underneath, this left hand more over, you know, because as a kid you don't have as much strength, and that helps you to turn the ball and hit the ball a little bit further. But as I've gotten older and more stronger, my grip's evolved a little bit more to a more traditional grip. You know, you always want the grip, the shaft running through the fingers in your left hand. This pad on top of your hand, on top of your wrist here should fall nicely on top of the club. You know, so when you get it in this position, you're able to hinge the club. That's really a big power source in the golf swing. The right hand's very similar. And I use an interlocking grip. You know, it's good enough for Jack, it's good enough for Tiger, it's good enough for me, I suppose. A lot of people use overlap, but you know, I feel like the interlock grip gives me a little bit more a stable feeling. Something I've always done. Again, through the fingers, this wraps over nicely. Get this nice little V that kind of points to your right shoulder, and you know, that being in the fingers really allows you to hinge this club up and down, and that's a huge power source in the game. That's where that hinge and that unhinging of the club comes and creates speed. So you know, my grip definitely has evolved. When I was a young kid, it was a little bit more underneath. You know, as time's gone by, gotten it a little bit more square, and I'm always constantly checking my grip, my stance, my posture, the three fundamentals in the swing that are most important. I think it's just gradually shifted. You know, as I said, as I got stronger, I didn't need to grip it as strong. You know, I felt like, you know, the more neutral my grip was, the more control I had over the golf ball. I wasn't so concerned with distance. I was concerned more about line and hitting the right distance, not far, but controlling the distance. So, you know, it's just evolved over time, and every year it seems to get just a little bit more weaker. Right now I feel very comfortable with my grip. In the left hand it's more pressure on the last two digits. On the right it's a little bit more in the middle too, sort of the middle finger and the fourth finger. You know, and you know, that good pressure is hinging and holding the grip in, you know, through this line here in the hand as well. So you don't want ever to grip the club too tightly. I think you want to hold it just light enough to hold on to it. You know, you want that freedom and that movement in the wrist. As soon as you get too tight, you know, I tend to take the club a bit too far inside and shut. You know, if I can keep it nice and loose, that club hinges nicely, toe goes up in the air, and it helps my backswing. So it's very important, the grip.